Alright, so this afternoon we have just got a few more fruit trees, replacing ones that died or whatever the fact was, or we just needed one there. So today in this spot right here, this is going to be a black Tartarian? I don't know. A black sweet cherry. I'm just going to say that. There it is. Sweet cherry tree, a black one. We don't have a black one, so we're really excited. But I'm going to share with you how we plant them. So, like I said, now this tree, if you watch my channel, we just planted a little tree. That one, our cherry tree, actually had a baby from its rootstock, and we planted it. But it was only, its rootstock was probably this big. So that was a lot different. Now, this is big rootstock, as you can tell, a lot older tree, of course, right? So that baby tree that we planted, this is its second year. So look how different, and it's only about this tall. So look at the difference, right? So I don't even know how, the kind you buy at the store, I don't even know how old they are. I would say probably, let me see, probably almost 10 years old, I would guess, but maybe 4 years old. Yeah, I don't know. But this is still a lot older. So what we do here, if you come over here, the hole has to be bigger, of course, than your rootstock. It tells you like 3 times bigger, but we've really never done that. We just make it a little bit bigger because you're just going to have to put dirt back in it anyway. So why make it too big, right? So what you want to do is we dig this out, and when you bury or plant a tree, you want this part to be level with the ground. You don't want to cover up any of the trunk. It's not like a tomato plant or other types of plants where you bury them deeper. You don't want to do that because this will just rot away, and it probably could kill your tree, I would assume. So let's not do that. Let's keep it level, okay? So now we have the hole dug, and now let's try to get, now what we do is I always like to push it around like this to loosen it up a little bit and kind of roll it and roll it like this, and now it's getting loose, and then I just like to pull it out. It's kind of heavy, so okay, there we go. Okay, now I'm just going to pull it out like this. Okay, some of the dirt, so I'm just going to dump this dirt into the hole. There we go. So now, as you can see, some of its roots. So we'll put this dirt back on top of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my hand like this because we want to not like really yank it from its roots so much. So we're just going to gently pick it up like this. And let's measure it to see if we need dirt underneath it. See, look, we would definitely probably need a little bit of dirt. Oh, it's good actually. So I'm going to use this dirt first, and then we need to bury it. Now, you want to make sure it's a little straight, but if you don't get it perfect, when it gets a little bit bigger, we can put stakes in and tie it to where we train it to grow straight until it's bigger. But when you're doing this, just kind of eyeball it, make sure it's pretty straight. It's not like, if you don't get it perfect, don't worry, it'll still be all right. No worries if it's not perfect. Now I'm going to use some of the dirt that we dug from the hole. And this one, because it's older and it's bigger, it's more sturdy to kind of stand by itself. That little baby one I planted, I really did have to hold it and give it a lot of more support when I was planting it. So, and what we're going to do now is for a tree, you want to push down the dirt. Get as much air out of the dirt as you can for the roots to be. And you just kind of push it, as you push it down, see that way it's not covering up the trunk. In a minute we can use our feet to press it down even harder before we do the last step, which is the watering. And it's nice because pretty much the dirt you dig out of the hole, you're going to put back in the hole. There might be just a smidgen you don't use, but you mostly can use it all. Because as you push it down, you just need more dirt, right? All right, now come on this side. And see, as you push it down, it goes down more. Then you can make more room for the dirt. See, as I'm pushing it down with my foot, it goes down a lot more. Now we'll cover that up with this dirt. But at the same time, you can tell I'm still pushing it away from the trunk. So the trunk is not going to get rotted away, but the dirt is still going back in there. Alright, that's looking really nice. Okay, now we're going to get the water, and then that's how we plant new trees. Now, watering new plants or trees is very important, but you don't want to overwater them. Our dirt's pretty wet because we've been getting a little bit of rain, so we won't need too much water, but they need water because they have just been through a lot to transplant them. So you don't want to shock them. And like I said in my other video, you really try not to do this type of stuff in the hot weather in the middle of summer because that's too stressful for the plant. And you just water it, and then it will soak it up. And then just check them every day until they get a good root system as far as the water goes. Depending on your area, of course, it's going to be different, and depending on the year and the season. So your best bet to know if it needs water is to come and check it. If the ground looks dry, water it. If it doesn't look dry, don't water it. Because once your tree or your plant gets a good root system on its own, of course, then it's going to get the groundwater and the rain, and it can sustain that. But of course, then if you do have, of course, there are some years that you have dry years, and if your tree isn't like, like our other fruit trees are very old, so their root system is, we don't water them, even in dry years. But if you had, like, say this tree was planted this year, and then, like, say it got a good root system, but then in the summertime, say August, was very dry, like the whole month of August, you would need to water it because it was just newly a root system. Or like next year, even if it was a dry summer, you may have to water it just because it's a newly root system. It's still young, but once they get old, because you don't water big trees. They can take care of themselves. So. All right, well there you go. Thank you for watching. Have a blessed day. Bye.